Let's do it.
Welcome to the Netherlands.
What?
Windy day. One of many. Let's go to the gym and pump the chest up.
Are made for bodybuilders. The MX5.
Alright guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding, and this workout will be half raw and I'll be doing a little commentary here and there. But anyway, this is the gym we go to, Sport- en Testcentrum van Drunen, and it's an awesome gym.
Time for the best pump of this year, the Rebound of Eternity. Time for the best workout ever.
Who was it? Let's warm up.
Alrighty, so what you just saw, that's what we usually do, warm up with a very light weight and doing quite a lot of reps, just to make sure that the joints, the muscles, the tendons are nice and warm. And we do 2 warm-up sets like that, and this is the second working set. So what we basically do is increase the weight with about 25 pounds on each side, or 10 kilos, every time we go up in weight on the bench press. Now, I told you guys that I want to work on my weak points, the upper chest, but because it's the first real workout of chest after the competition, I chose to start with a basic exercise, the bench press.
You have no idea what the strength increases you're about to see in this channel. No idea. This year of bulking, this will be times 3. I have to do a warm-up.
Lightweight.
Let's see how much I can bench on this cut. Do it. I haven't bench pressed in 2 months.
So Kane basically hasn't done a bench press in a few months, at least not starting with one, and he's in a cut, and you can clearly see that he's losing weight in all the right places and keeping the muscle mass intact, as well as his strength, because we're working on a special cut, doing it really slow but steady, which is the classic way of doing it.
Do this. Easy.
So what you kind of want to look for in a bench press is that the negative movement has to be at least as slow as the positive movement, which is the movement upwards. That's important because you don't want to drop the weight and catch the weight at the bottom.
Let's see if I'm able to do this. First time doing this again. 140 kilos.
Easy.
Beeld gaat gewoon op zijn kop.
Let's do it, man.
Lightweight.
Let's see.
No spotter. So he's all on his own.
Hop, makkelijk man. Easy.
How you doing? Let's do it.
So I'm feeling pretty strong. That's what I usually feel like after a competition when, you know, this is a small rebound because I already had my major rebound after the Arnold Classic, really because of the low diet, which you can see in the previous video that I uploaded. A long, consistent diet with low carbs, high protein, and low calories basically causes your rebound after the diet to be very effective when you're starting to eat more again. And when you start eating more of the right foods, you will get a lot stronger, and that's what I'm feeling right now.
That was nice. Time for pause reps.
Time for pause reps indeed, and the reason why I do pause reps is because after a heavy set like that, despite it feeling heavy, there is still a lot more left in the tank, because one last rep to failure on a heavy set doesn't mean that you actually go to failure on every single muscle fiber in that particular muscle. It just means you weren't able to lift that weight. Your muscles were not able to provide the force needed to lift the weight. But if you wait 30 seconds after that set and do a lighter set and doing something like paused reps, forcing every single muscle fiber to work, you will get a lot more out of the exercise for sure. And pause reps also, I've told this in the past, but they recruit the muscle fibers in the chest a lot more. You get a very nice pump because of it. You're not able to do as much weight as usual, but that's the point. You want to take your shoulders, your triceps, as much out of the movement as you can and focus more on the chest contraction. And trust me, you will feel the chest contraction a lot more doing them paused compared to the regular reps when you're having trouble feeling the chest during the bench press.
Yeah, this is the perfect exercise for the upper chest. Using the angle
the exercise to properly hit the upper chest.
So when we get the basic out of the way, we work on the weak points again, which is the upper chest. And this is basically the perfect exercise for the upper chest. And you can see my neck right here. Still got some tanning on there from the spray tan that I did. But this exercise is perfect for the upper chest because it mimics the movement of the muscle. You basically form a V shape with your arms and then bring it up in a V shape when you go upwards with your hands. And what you want is constant tension, which automatically happens when you use the cables.
Ja, even dat je een foto van kan maken, of niet?
Dat is goed licht.
So the thing is, I looked quite full at the competition, the Juliet Grand Prix, which was my previous contest, which I was very happy with the shape. And I'm pretty much keeping that fullness in check, of course losing a little bit of hardness because I will be doing a lean bulk, increasing my size, my strength, working on weak points, especially the upper chest, the hamstrings, the glutes, and you know, the back width here is pretty good, but I want to work on the back thickness mostly, especially the middle back and the lower back, because that's what I saw that some other competitors had over me, is the thickness in the back. But I will show you guys exactly how I'm going to work on that weak point. And in this set I wanted to show you, I'm pretty much down to the last rep, but when you do unilateral movements, which means using both arms individually, you can focus on an individual arm because the other arm will rest and you can go a little past failure using that technique.
Great lower chest exercise.
So this is one of the best exercises for mass in the lower chest because the angle provides a perfect stress, force, contraction for the lower chest. But you have to look at what I'm doing here with my body. When I'm letting the weight go up, I rock my body forward a little bit on this machine, and that's the difference between a machine and the bodyweight dips, is that you can manipulate the angle towards the weight to change the contraction of the muscle. So when I let the weight go upwards, I rock forwards to make sure that I stretch the muscle, and when I go downwards with the weight, I rock my body backwards to be able to contract the chest. And that's just a technique that you can use during this particular dip machine to further enhance the mind-muscle connection and therefore hypertrophy in that particular muscle.
As many dips as possible after the machine. Time to die.
So what we're basically doing here is we did 3 sets of the machine dips, and right after the last set we jump over to the bodyweight dips and get the most out of the muscles in the chest, guys. The lower chest in particular. And this is a great way to do this when you're strong at dips. When you're not as strong, you might not want to do the bodyweight dips as the last exercise or the last set, because that is pretty heavy for some people. And this will be the last exercise for chest today. The dumbbell flies, still one of my favorite exercises for the chest. I didn't feel like doing cables today because I just haven't done this one in a while, and I know it's a good basic exercise to really fill the chest up. Feel a unique stretch in the chest.
Don't lose the tension at the top.
And don't lose the tension at the top. Indeed, thank you, Wesley. Don't lose the tension at the top, because when you do so, by bringing the dumbbells too close together, you lose contraction, you lose the involvement of the chest muscle, and you're basically letting the dumbbells rest on your joints. So that is the reason why I'm not going inwards all the way.
Lewis? Nou, dat is een beetje donker.
And what Arnold Schwarzenegger used to say, he used to do dumbbell flies with the dumbbells almost hitting the ground. That's how much he stretches his chest. And that's exactly what Kane is doing right here. Stretching the chest during the dumbbell flies, or any flies, to me is the most important aspect of this entire exercise. Don't forget the stretch. Of course, the contraction is very important during a chest workout, but when you stretch the chest, you open up the fibers, you expand the chest, and you let it be possible for it to grow to an even bigger, more dominant size. And isn't that what we all want? And this is going to be a French press and a close grip press superset. So first we do 12 reps, and this is a tricep exercise, by the way. 12 reps of the French press behind the head. And because I'm doing them behind the head, it causes the long head of the tricep to stretch out more compared to regular skull crushers. And then combining it with close grip press, this is something Ronnie Coleman used to do, and he had pretty good triceps, but this enhances the medial head. So right here, Kane is doing the French press behind the head, and you can see right there on the right side of the screen that the long head is being contracted. And right after doing 10 to 12 reps of this, behind the head, guys, behind the head, that's why it's a French press and not a skull crusher. Then you do a close grip press, and this enhances, targets the thickness of the triceps and basically the medial head, which enhances the entire thickness of your arms, basically. And this is the rope pushdown, again a superset with the overhead extension with the same rope. You know, I love doing supersets that are basically the same tool. So previously we did the superset with the same easy curl bar, and right now we're doing a superset with the same rope. And that's very efficient and effective because there's basically no rest time in between. Sometimes there's 5 to 10 seconds of rest, but now there's hardly 2 seconds, and that is exactly what you want. You don't want to chicken out. You don't want to rest. You want it to be a superset. It's not called super for no reason. But anyway, the rope pushdown that you just saw, pushing the wrists apart, is for the small head of the triceps, and the overhead is for the long head. And Kane is doing a side chest of the classic golden era times of bodybuilding, and that's exactly what we stand for, guys. On this channel, it's all about classic bodybuilding. And one of my favorite poses, which was one of my worst poses in the past, is the side tricep. But it's become one of my better poses because it's pretty classical. If you keep your waist in, and when you get big arms and put your legs in the right way, you can make it a very nice pose indeed. Anyway guys, that was the video of today. I hope you enjoyed it. The ultimate diet video is coming up along with a lot more. And don't forget to stay golden.